Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Passionate Few. It's your host, Omar Elattar here. And today I'm really excited because I'm going to be answering the question of how the heck can you create 90 days of content on YouTube in 12 hours only? So how do you create 90 days of content, which is, 3 months, 12 weeks in only 12 hours? So here we go. All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can do this and why this is actually a simple strategy that I've learned going from zero to interviewing over $10 billion worth of entrepreneurs, of amazing men, women, thought leaders from all around the world, and how I discovered the strategy and how you can take action on it. And also, if you stay till the end of this video, you'll get to hear not only how this puts into action, but also how you can use this to grow your brand, your business, your client base, get you more sales, and ultimately grow a raving fan base of people who know, like, and trust you for the long run, right? I like to call it to create leverage for life. So here we go. Let's get right into it, no fluff. Essentially, the number one way to do this is to really think about how you can be efficient with your time. And when I evaluated how I could do it over the long haul, I thought, what's the minimalist amount of action that I could take from an inspired place that would create a long body of work that would last without any of the overwhelm, or minimizing overwhelm, so I can have maximum impact with minimum overwhelm. And after thinking and thinking and thinking, I said, oh, I'm already doing it. And I realized that that simple process is interviews. So hear this out. Essentially, what I would recommend to you is a strategy I like to call the 12 rule, okay? And how this works is essentially, and we offer this to clients, by the way, if you're interested, you can actually apply in the description below if you like it. But basically, the way the premise of this thing unfolds is you take 12 one-hour interviews, okay? You do 12 one-hour interviews. You could do this in Zoom, you could do this on person, you can do this with yourself, however you want to do it. You take 12 one-hour interviews with yourself, or you could do 24 30-minute interviews with yourself. It doesn't matter. It just matters that you keep your content to only 12 hours of content. And then here's what you do. You post on YouTube micro segments of that. So step one would be to create your 12 hours of content or get interviewed for 12 hours about your product, your service, your story, so that an audience can know, like, and trust you. That's step one. Number two is you can cut up that content into 3 pieces, meaning your 1 hour interview or your 1 hour of content can be cut up, for example, let's say into 3 20-minute segments. You can put those 3 20-minute segments into a 1 week posting schedule, meaning on YouTube, for example, and you can pick the day, you can post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 20 minutes each day, which would total that 1 hour. So again, you do that for 12 weeks, and now you'll see how you can create 12 weeks of content 3 times a week, 20 minutes each, and only doing it 1 interview at a time. So the next reason why I think this is so powerful is because not only are interviews one of the fastest ways to grow online, but you'll actually get to see that what YouTube values the most when you're trying to grow your show, your audience, your influence, your brand, and your business online is that YouTube favors watch time. Simply put, the longer you can keep people's attention, the longer YouTube's gonna favor you because you're keeping people on their platform. So you really wanna remember that YouTube is your friend. And the way they'll become more of your friend is if you help them get what they want, and that's more of an audience to watch more of your content. And interviews do that the best. I mean, think about it. How many times have you wanted to create content? Maybe you picked up a phone and tried to film a video, and it could take you 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe even more to create content. Whereas a 1 hour interview, boom, you do it in 1 take, usually. You could make subtle adjustments, but if you're holding your iPhone and trying to build a brand solely off overcoming your insecurities, well, you can't really do that sustainably, can you? I mean, even if you could, do you want to? See, the reality is that interviews are not only a phenomenal way for people to get, to know, like, and trust you, but it's a phenomenal way to have somebody provoke and sort of pitch and catch ideas out of you. Let me give you an example. How many times have you wanted to create content? Maybe you tried, maybe you stopped, maybe you started, maybe you stopped again, right? You were sort of on this cycle and then you're like, I don't know how YouTube works, and so you get overwhelmed. Well, the reality is that you can actually have someone else interview you, and for clients, we do this, where I'll actually interview them for 12 different sessions. I love interviews, so at this stage, I'm fortunate enough to have some of the biggest entrepreneurs on the planet who I've actually helped create content. And again, you can check out the description below. We have a little application, testimonies, ways we've helped clients generate revenues by actually offering this premium service to premium entrepreneurs who want to do this. But at any level, you can do it. And again, if you wait till the end, I'll tell you a little bit more, but basically how this would work is you film those interviews, you batch them, you cut them up, and you disperse them throughout those 12 weeks. And in those 12 weeks, they can highlight different elements, right? Maybe one is your story. Maybe one is maybe you interviewing a client. Or maybe you have somebody interviewing you on your story. Maybe they interview about your product. Maybe they interview about your passion. Maybe they interview about a service you offer. Maybe they interview about how you discovered it. Maybe what you've learned serving clients, right? Maybe you're bringing value to your audience around a niche topic. Maybe you're, in a certain industry where there's not a lot of thought leaders doing this. And now people can get to know and like you and trust you. Maybe you have a successful business and your personal brand isn't congruent with the size of your business. Well, if you want to marry that congruency and not be, the man or woman up here and then kind of flailing here in social media land, well, you'll realize that when you look at the best on the planet, what do all of them have in common? In fact, I would ask you, when you think of how you got to know, like, and trust your favorite entrepreneurs, what was it through? I bet you it was probably through an interview, and a highly qualified and established brand interviewing you to boot. Right now, podcasts are great. Don't get me wrong. I love podcasts. They're a phenomenal way to do it. But if you're interviewing someone else at some point at a certain stage, you're going to probably want to be interviewed yourself. And when you can own the narrative, own the questions, own the platform, own the dialogue, and in only 12 hours create 90 days of content, what would that burst of intensity do for your business? Right? Maybe you're a coach. Maybe you're a consultant. Maybe you're a course creator. Maybe you're an online entrepreneur or expert who wants to get in the game and you just don't know how. Well, this is the fastest, most compelling, most energetic, most inspiring way to not only build an audience, build a brand, build enthusiasm for what you're doing, but also attract people who can get to know you on a deep level. Because the reality is, if you're filming content, like I said, on that little piece of an iPhone, and you're just trying to stare at the screen and do that, well, it's going to give you a limited result. When you have somebody, sort of provoking you and poking you to get the best out of you, they're stimulating questions, and so you're out of your head, you're present, you're in rapport, and oh, by the way, it happens to be captured on the camera, right? So if you guys can do that, you'll realize that there's tremendous power. Plus, you can have calls to action offering your products and services. You can then take those clips of those segments and take 1-minute segments and put them on social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. And I'll leave you with this final point. When you think about it, let me ask you this. In the last week, how many videos have you watched on YouTube that were from 10 months ago, 10 weeks ago, 10 days ago, maybe even 10 years ago, right? YouTube is the world's second largest search engine. And so it's constantly putting stuff onto your radar, right? The algorithm is constantly showing stuff. Usually you'll notice a little bit long format stuff, usually around the 20-minute mark. Ah, interesting. And if you're posting 3 of those a week, well, now you're planting seeds into the future of that being you who's recommended, instead of you struggling to create content, wondering how long it should be, how it ought to be. What if you had somebody help you tailor that messaging so that you can structure it and put it out elegantly? So anyways, guys, I hope you guys really consider the power of doing this, why to do it, and now how to do it in a way that's strategic, effective, profitable, and long-lasting for your brand and your business, no matter where you want to go. Oh, and one more thought. You know how Facebook and Instagram and all these other content platforms kind of are dying in terms of organic reach, or so people say? Well, if you think about it, those platforms only recommend pieces of content unless they're going viral for 24 to 48 hours max. Whereas, like I mentioned, on YouTube, it's constantly promoting and re-promoting over and over again, the whole 10 years, 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 days ago stuff. So the more you're planting those seeds, the more you're gonna get reach. And that one extra thing that I would mention to keep in mind as it relates to that is that our team in particular makes sure to specialize with our clients in optimizing thumbnails, optimizing titles, descriptions, keyword tags, calls to action, so that you can not only have amazing pieces of content, but you have amazing pieces of content that people actually watch. When you have optimized thumbnails and titles and keywords and tags in the description, well, now you're gonna start getting suggested and recommended, and now your videos are the ones that people can see 10 days from now, 10 months from now, 10 weeks from now, and hopefully even 10 years from now, no matter where your brand or business can go or grow. And I always tell people who ask me, I say, don't focus so much on how many views you get up front. Focus on building something beautiful in the long run. And I promise you, if you guys take action on this, whether my team helps you, and again, you can apply in the description below for our team to do this, where I'll literally personally interview, and it's only a select few people who I feel are a really great fit for their brand or business, where I'll sit down and I'll interview you for 12 hours. And I know that sounds like a lot, but essentially we'd break it down into step-by-step segments where we'd work together on consulting calls and actually break down, what is your brand strategy on YouTube? What's the story you want to tell? What's the message you want to share? What's the passion you want to pitch? What are the products or services you want to offer? Who are your ideal clients? Who's that avatar of your dream customer that you really want to serve? And we lay out all the content we created, and I'll interview you to really pull the best out of you, the same way I pulled the best out of, the Manny Koshpins. The same way I've got recognized by Tony Robbins for doing this stuff, the Dean Graziosis and the Ed Milet and the Grant Cardone and the Lisa Nichols, and the list goes on, from the top entrepreneurs on the planet, billionaire John Paul DeJoria and the like. And I'll pull out the best of you, even over Zoom, and actually create it in such a manner that my team will chop up those interviews, we'll put them out over 12 weeks, and in 90 days, we'll take you from wherever you're at right now. Maybe you have a struggling show, maybe you're at nothing, to having a badass show that builds your brand. Maybe your brand is around business or real estate or finance or fitness or health or mindset or nutrition or coaching or consulting. Or maybe you're a course creator. You just want to build that celebrity authority brand. You want people to know you're the go-to guy or gal. Well, this is the opportunity for you. And again, whether we work together or not, it's totally okay with me. Just do it. Do the work. Hire the best to do it, or you make sure that you position yourself the best so that people can know, like, and trust you. And I'll even take it a step further and say love you, so that you can have even more impact in your brand or business and not just become a 24-hour, 48-hour, sort of post that kind of gets a little bit of attention, but you build a brand that plants seed into the marketplace that can literally bear fruits for the rest of your life, your business, and your brand. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to let me know any questions you guys have in the comments below. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, click that like button, and share this with a friend if you thought it would be valuable. And if you say, you know what, I like this guy Omar, he seems pretty sharp. He's interviewed, big time billion-dollar entrepreneurs. He helps build amazing brands. I like what he's doing. I want that guy to help me with my brand. Then I would encourage you to take action, check out the description below, and fill out that application so that you can have my team evaluate if you'd be a good fit for me, Omar, to actually interview you, build your brand, build your story, share it with the world, help you sell more products and services, and help you attract your raving fan base so that you can focus on what you're a genius at. And I would ask you, you have two options now at the end of this video, right? The one option is you sit there and you go, wow, this was a really good video. It was really insightful. Maybe I should take action on my YouTube channel. Maybe I really should take action on building my brand. Maybe I really should plant seeds for the future to create opportunity for myself. Then you think about the other tape, right? You play the other tape forward. The other tape is, you know what? I'll move on to the next video. I'll watch another Passionate Few interview. You know what? I'll check out another this. I'll read another video. I'll actually wait on this. I'll look up another strategy. And more time goes by. A day goes by, a week goes by, a month goes by, a year goes by. You know what that feels like when you create content? But trust me, if you took massive action in only 12 hours, what would you create for the next 90 days that would blow up your brand, that would attract your ideal customers, and that would allow you to have that maximum impact, all from one simple switch? Think about it. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Live strong, live with passion, and I'll see you guys on the next video. If you don't comment or share, I'll be really hurt. So make sure you do it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to smash that subscribe button right now. And also, if you're a podcaster, you want to launch your own YouTube show, and you want our team to help you grow it out for you to help grow your business and your audience, we specialize in doing so. You can check out the free Facebook group below or apply for one-on-one coaching. And last but not least, share this with a friend if you think it'll bring them tremendous value. I know you were inspired, and who knows, they might be too. So make sure to share it. And last but not least, make sure to click on this video and watch the next one. If you thought this one was inspiring, this one will blow you away.